moving on from this, but staying on Man United. Kaz, are we in Man United in the title race?
Yes.
One game at a time.
Hold on a minute, have hope. Your name ain't Kaz. Kaz, are Man United in the title race?
Have Cass. But basically, it's just for me. It's just I'm just enjoying my time in the Premier League at the moment, and I'm taking it one game at a time. We got a cup final to focus on this Sunday, and we'll move on from there.
You're welcome
Kaz,
for that, by the way.
Give me a break.
You're welcome
Give me
for
a
that
break.
cup final.
Kaz, give me a break. No. I don't
by
accept
the way,
that.
by the way, Tom, thank you. Your club literally probably won us the Carabao Cup.
You're welcome. Unless Terrace decides to have the greatest remontada.
Oh no! Oh, sorry, you don't. Oh, I forgot about that. 2 times now. Now you gave the Lord Carrius, and then you got Nick Nope sent off for 3 games. Thank you very much.
No. Okay. Let's be real right now. Kaz is obviously lying and so forth. I don't know whether you're lying as well.
How dare you call me a liar, Hope? Are you calling me a pussy?
No. I'll tell you why you're a liar. Tell me you're a liar. Man United are 1,000% in a title race. 100%. United fans think they're not in a title race. They're trying to use a reverse jinx because they now believe that if we now say we're in a title race, maybe it will mess us up. 100% they are playing very well. Rashford is one of the most informed players in the world right now. The team is functioning well. Now, Ten Hag isn't really playing his possession football he wanted to play, but what does every good manager do? What are the players I have now? What is the best tactic to be effective? And they're playing very effective football. That isn't really what Ten Hag wants to do, but it is effective for the players that he has. So everything is working very well. If City continue to drop points, if Arsenal continue to drop points and so forth, and United just keep on picking points here, picking up points here, who knows? 5 points behind Man City. Obviously, Arsenal still need to still have their game in hand. United are in touching distance.
We're 3 behind Man City.
Sorry, 3 points behind City, 5 points behind Arsenal, game in hand.
Are you a pussy, bro? Why are you not? Why are you not saying this with your chest? You're in the title race. You're 5 points off. Look. You know what? You're 5 points off top place. I remember just 2 months ago, before the Arsenal game, you were saying when we win these games, we're gonna beat Arsenal, and then we're gonna be going for the title. We get the title.
I never said that actually.
Yes, you.
I said Arsenal were next. No. I said Arsenal were next. I said Arsenal were next, and we lost. And
you said you were going to beat them and you were going to be going into the title race, and now you've been.
I never said no title race.
You're back out of all of that.
The thing is, Kaz,
the clip is on my Instagram too, so you can take it if you want.
The thing is, Kaz, let's just take your nice out of it for a second, and then put in any other random team, and let's say they were in the exact position you lot are in. Would you be telling their fans they're in a title race?
No comment.
So basically, no, Tom, translation, yes. 100%.
No.
Yes.
Why are you attacking me?
I don't get why you
because he doesn't want to come back.
Let me just say this. They were welcome to the 1 second, George. They were welcome to the title race the moment they beat Manchester City. Let's be honest.
No. This is where it's. No, you know what the best thing is, though, Gal. Yeah.
1 second. Let me finish, George.
Cheers. You have Cass and I'm George.
At this moment in time, you guys are only 5 points away, if I'm not mistaken, from Arsenal, and you guys are on great form. To say you guys are in a title race, you could say that, but doesn't mean you're going to win it. What's wrong with saying you're in a title race?
What's it called? Gal, if you pay me, I will say it. But I'm not doing it because you're not. Anyway,
can I ask a question?
Igal is 100% right.
Sorry, can I ask a question? Title race means there's a genuine chance of Man United winning the title, right?
Yeah.
So Igal, are Man United in and around the same level as Arsenal? Are we about as good as you?
This season, you have been.
So Man United.
We had a better start to the season.
So Eric Ten Hag has got Arsenal. Sorry, Eric Ten Hag has got Man United to Mikel Arteta's Arsenal's level already. Like, is that what you're saying?
In 7 months.
After the poor hiccup you had at the beginning of the season, the rest of the season you guys have been spotless. I can't make fun of it.
I'm not asking that. So I'm asking you a specific question. Are Man United under Ten Hag as good as Arsenal are right now?
Post the hiccup at the beginning of the season, you have been.
So is that a yes or a no?
Since the hiccup at the beginning of the season, you guys have been spotless. That is what I'm saying, Terry. You can take it as a yes.
So what you're saying is Ten Hag is definitely levels above Arteta.
The reason I'm asking is this. I'm very happy to sit here on the terrace and say Man United are in a title race. But what I need from rivals first is I don't know the
validation.
No. I don't. I'll finish.
Validation, Terry?
I don't need any validation from any man. What I need though is if you're
What
going
do
to
you
say,
need? What do you need?
I don't need. I would answer if you would stop interjecting it, Gal, and give me 30 seconds to finish what I'm saying. You would hear it, my friend. But I don't need a validation from any man, any other person for my own beliefs. I believe in them wholeheartedly. I'm very happy to be pushed into San Marino title race by rivals. If you all admit that you were wrong about Man United in your preseason predictions, and that if you sit there and state that we're a brilliant team. It was only 2 weeks ago on this show that the Spurs fans told me they still think they were going to finish in the top 4 ahead of us. Suddenly, they're trying to push Man United fans into saying that we're as good as Arsenal and City this year. I want to hear it from you, the rivals. I want you to talk about how good we've been this year, how brilliant the turnaround has been. I want you to say how much of a great team we are, and how I want to hear from you the chance you think we've got of winning the league. Because all I'm really hearing every week is United were lucky, they're not playing that well, they're relying on Rashford. You know, the manager hasn't really improved them too much. But in the same breath, you're going, oh, but you guys are in a title race, you could win it this year. So which is it? Are we a really good team that are playing brilliantly? Or are we lucky and relying on one individual and we're hanging on by a coattail? What is it? What are we, people?
You're afraid of putting pressure on your players.
I've always been fair.
No. That's a deflection. Forget what I think right now. Because my personal opinion is I don't think we're as good as City or Arsenal because our performances haven't been as good or sustainable. I think we're in this middle road. We're not. We're in a title push. We're just behind the title race, in my opinion, but we're clear of everybody else fighting for top 4. We will finish comfortably in the top 4. We're in this kind of middle road. Arsenal, if they win their game in hand, are 8 points clear of us. I don't think being 8 points behind the leaders right now is a title race. I think we're just behind it slightly. However, in 2 or 3 games, if Arsenal lose 2 of the next 4 games and City draw another couple and we win, then my mind will change because we're not just seeing a wobble from Arsenal. We're seeing actually their form is changing and Man United has gone the other way. We're just behind it. I'll call it a title push. We're just behind it right now. But I'm big enough and strong enough as a man to say I don't think my team right now is as good as Arsenal or City. I'm not going to be bullied or forced into bigging up my team when none of you believe Man United are in a title race. You just want United fans to change the narrative so you can say you failed if we came third, rather than you all admitting you were wrong about us and we're better than your teams. And I ain't falling for that trick. Do you know why? Because I'm one of the YouTube OGs. I started these motherfucking tricks online. You ain't fooling me with my own tricks. Ain't happening. You say my team's brilliant, and I'll change my mind. Until then,
so what we are going to say is, I think you're just afraid of putting the pressure on your team. You don't want to put the pressure on the boys to say go out there and do the job because the last time you did it, the last time you did it pre-City game, you didn't want to go there and say we're going to go beat City, we're going to beat Palace, and we're going to beat Arsenal. No one was confident enough to say it casted, and then he was wrong.
I wasn't actually. Hang on a minute. I wasn't confident to say it because I didn't think we would do it, and we didn't. What I said when we beat City is that if we win our next 3 games, we're in a title race. And I said I want to put pressure on the team to win those 3 games to see if they're ready for that acid test, to see whether they've grown by that amount.
Right?
And they haven't, which is why I don't think we're good enough yet to win the league title.
No, I'm not calling you. I'm just saying.
And if you don't think you're good enough to win the league, you can't be in a title race.
You know what?
No, Terry, I'm not calling you out.
Let me be fair here. Terry. Let me be fair here, Terry. Like, okay, I'm going to be clean. We'll be fully 100% honest here. I have, and I think I've said this, but I'll say it again. I hated Man United before I even liked Chelsea. And this was just due to having a big... So basically, because my big brother was a United fan, his favorite player was Cantona. So the first thing I knew was hating Man United. So I've always hated United. And I'll be real with you. I am saying that the title race so that I want United to screw, because United winning this title in Ten Hag's first season with all of the issues would be a disaster. But I'm also big enough and objective enough to say we can't hate on what Ten Hag is doing, because the Cristiano Ronaldo issue, the Maguire issue, the first 2 games, and how he's been able to steady the ship dealing with all of the issues he's had. Because I was having an argument with someone on Twitter saying that Ten Hag has had less to deal with than Potter. And I was like, no. Ten Hag has had almost the same issues, probably even greater issues to deal with than Potter. So, because that's Cristiano thing, that was a powder keg. And he handled that extremely well because that was a huge powder keg. So, Terry is right in the sense of, if we're being real, again, jokes aside and everything, and my hatred for United aside, I feel that after 38 games, I don't think United have enough to win the league after 38 games. But I believe that United's ceiling this season is second. I think their ceiling is second. I don't think they have enough to come top. I think this is now a discussion between Man City and Arsenal. But the thing though is football is a weird sport. If Arsenal don't win the game, and let's say they draw, that's now what, 6 points. If let's say they draw, that's 6 points. You're still 3 points behind Man City and so forth. If City and Arsenal keep on dilly-dallying and so forth and everything, and not just quietly, 3 points, 3 points, 3 points. Who knows? Who would have thought Leicester would have won in that season? Who knows?
Let me
have hope. I feel like you're right. Look, Man United could still get into this title race. I'm not saying it's impossible to happen. We've got 15 games left. That's a long way. I'm not saying we can't enter it. I'm just not confident that we could win the league right now. Therefore, that means I don't think we can sustain it with these two teams. That's not me being negative about my club. Equally, I've changed my own standards throughout the season. I would be happy with top 6 at the start, especially after the first 2 games. Now I'm demanding we at least get third and we win a trophy because we've proven that we can do that. So my standards have risen throughout the course of the season. We fast forward 5 games and we're 1 point off top, playing brilliantly, players coming back from injury, Sancho's cooking, Rashford still scoring, then you will see me sit here and change my mind again and move it further forward. I'm just not going to show my ass on camera and get ahead of myself because right now I just think that the 2 teams ahead of us have slightly more than we do. I did want to ask a question. So go on, Agal. I want to ask you a question after this as well. Sorry, go on.
I agree with you there, but let's not take away any credit from Manchester United. What you guys have been doing from the beginning of the season, where your expectations were to not even finish anywhere near the top 4. People had you guys sometimes even 8th, to where you guys are now. Ten Hag's done well, and you got to give him credit. And some of your players are performing out of their skin. You're definitely going to at least get 1 trophy, the Carabao Cup. The question is, can you guys push on for more? Maybe get the Europa League, maybe get an FA Cup, and make it a fantastic season.
Yes.
That is it. It's not only about the Premier League, because I'm here. Obviously, people are going to joke around and say, can you win the Premier League? It's very far-fetched, but it is a possibility. But could you get more than 1 domestic trophy? Could you get a European trophy this season? Now, that's where we're talking about a great season, a good season turning into a great season.
Agreed. Yes. You're right. I think we can win Europa League, especially if we get through Barcelona, because that's the toughest opponent in the Europa League bar Arsenal. And I think that'll just push on absolute immense momentum. And then, but if we don't, then it is what it is. I don't expect to win no league. We're just collecting 3 points silently, innit? But I think we're better than City. I'll be honest. I actually think we're a better team than Manchester City. They haven't even put 3 runs together, like 3 games where they can win, since October. You know, they didn't even beat Nottingham Forest. They got lost. Like Robin Hood said, I'll take those 2 points extra. It's you, man, to lose, Agal. Remember, this is your title. You said if Arsenal are top by January, you're going to win. So that's the narrative right now. You're winning. We're just having a joy in the ride, and we're fighting on 4 fronts. It's as simple as that. There's nothing else more to it.
Listen, I agree. And you will see Man United fans change in mass if in 5 games, let's see what the table looks like in 5 games, and you will see Man United's opinions change. It's the same as 10 games ago. You said, would United get top 4? United fans were saying maybe. Now they're saying we should. So I think that the narrative will change from our standpoint. There's a few super chats I want to go to here.